Hello, good evening, welcome back to Mike Bassett, F1 Manager. Larrousse returns and goes live. Good evening, everyone. I hope you've had a good week. It is a lovely Friday afternoon, at least where I am. The sun is out, and hopefully it is for you too. And we are back reviving DS Larrousse in Formula One in our 2024 season. Good evening, everyone who said hello so far. Jose, hello to you. Screamlight, good to see you. First, last evening. Helium, great to see you. And I was aware it's you, KD. I mean this I'm going to try and say this in the nicest way possible. What the hell is your screen name? I saw it was briefly Frey Bentos as well, which I am actually I'm a bit of a defender of the Frey Bentos. I don't mind it. I mean, it's not my first choice, but for a tinned pie, it's not bad. Anyway, good evening, everyone. But immediately off track. Welcome back to F1 Manager 24. It's obviously been a while since we've played this game. I've forgotten a lot of where we're up to and what I've learned. There's obviously been quite a few updates as well since we last played. In fact, the last time I recorded a video of F1 Manager, basically the series wasn't cancelled yet. It was still, there was going to be an F1 Manager 25, but since recording that, there's no more F1 Manager. I don't think it's related. Hope it's not related. Anyway, so there's been quite a few updates as well, there'll be a few that will affect gameplay in the background. I think pit lane starts are now a thing, for one. There's also the whole custom season stuff, which obviously we're too late to kind of bother with, but basically we're playing on the latest version of the game. It's all been updated, and we need to remember where we're up to. So obviously last time we went to China for the first sprint race of the season. Yumu was suffering, at least for the first part of the weekend, with his gearbox because of his crash in Japan. We swapped out the gearbox a little bit early, and he was much better in the race, but once again, Teo outperformed Yumu. Yeah, and basically we are now off to another sprint race to... I'm not even going to pretend, I can't pretend. I hate Miami so much. If there are any Miami defenders out there that obviously aren't on the payroll of Formula One or Liberty Media, I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, we're off to Miami, sadly. Evening, sweet Meister lad. Yes, sorry, Benson and Hedges. They're old enough and they're good enough. They're in the back room somewhere. Also got Lambert and Butler signed up as well, of course. Sim Racing Time Machine, Robin, hello, good to see you. I hope you're well. Just going to be more F1 Manager style updates in F1 25 instead. It seems like they're going to really dig in on the upgrades now. They're not getting another game, which is really cool to see. So it means this will be quite a good thing if they keep going. I wonder how long. We are going to get the updates for. Good. I'm glad I'm in esteemed company about Miami. It is awful. I am also not looking forward to Madrid either. I have similar feelings towards Madrid. But anyway, I'll try not to say too much about it. I was very negative on Miami all the way through with it getting announced, and have been proved right. Vegas, I'm wavering on, in that the two races haven't been terrible. But that's a problem for later. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go to Vegas as well. Bring back Caesar's Palace. That's what I say. Right, let's get on with it because I can't remember where we were up to at all, and we need to get our head back in the game. The 25-story turn 1 at the Saudi track. It looks like some weird Mario Kart circuit. I can't, bizarre. Yeah. Okay, so we've got stuff manufactured. Right, Pat Fry, we've got new rear wing. I think these were just getting spares in Ah, the joy of car parts, eh? So we've got medium risk on a few bits and bobs, but we've got backups for the chassis, front wing. How many chassis do we have, though? Oh, God. This is it. I've forgotten all of this. Oh, no. Right. Let's have a look. So, we've got parts. We don't have to replace anything just yet. Car parts development. We've got slots for manufacturing. We've got another suspension, another underfloor coming. I don't think we're in another ATR period yet, but obviously we need to consider what we're going to split between design and research for next year. Just remind myself. Yeah, so our next ATR period is in 4 days, so we will have to deal with that imminently. I've really done zero preparation coming into this, so I'm properly trying to whir my brain through. So there's not really much stuff at risk for a Yumu, because obviously we've replaced it already because of his crash. But medium risk is okay. So this is all right. And then in terms of powertrain, this is going to be the last race for Teo's gearbox. So he might struggle with things this week. I don't want him to see out his allotted 6 races with it. And technically his engine as well, if I've done my maths right. I did this ages ago. 4 divided by 24 is 6. So yes, last for the engine, last for the gearbox, and then for Yumu, obviously he's already on his new gearbox, last for his engine. Fine. Okay. Let's move forward again. We're going to have some more spares made, and then we're going to have a new ATR period. We've got a facility upgrade ready. That's good. Screamlight, I've recently driven Yongnam in F1 2010. Forgot how god awful that place was. I did not like Yongnam. All I remember of it is you've got kind of the weird sort of curving corner that kind of sort of jinks left under the sort of styled bridge under the start-finish straight. Then you've got hard braking turn 1, long straight, hard braking turn 2, then another hard braking zone, and then from that point it just kind of does that as far as I can remember. The literal like second 2/3 of the track is just nondescript waving. Yeah, ridiculous. First, last, you're absolutely right. My head is not in management mode yet. So yes, I did struggle with that very basic little bit of maths. Another rear wing, very good. We've got low stock on side pods. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think we were researching a new side pod. I don't think we were researching new anything. So let's get some new side pods in, shall we? That design. Well, the next race is in 7 days. So I don't think I need to rush anything. Because what's the additional cost? I feel like I really think I'm going to screw up the cost cap massively, by the way, as well. Yes, Jose, I do need a calculator for basic sums, which again just proves why the cost cap is not going to go well for us. How many more side pods do I want? Because might we research to improve those? Let's do a couple of side pods, that's fine. So we've got underfloor side pod suspension. Suspension nearly done. To be fair, I've not looked much into the catering. That's a good point. To be fair, there is I've not even looked at the entire finances tab yet. So I've got 54 million. I've used 39% of the cost cap. Now at round 6 of 24, I'm fairly certain we are not 39% of the way through. Oh shit! The projected balance is okay. So bad. Hello Alexis, good evening. I hope you're enjoying whatever video it is you're editing. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, Sweet Meister lad, I did alright in maths in school. The problem is, when I left school, I did not continue in careers that required maths. And much like when I did 5 years of French also in high school and did okay in that, the not continuing in it in any heavy, meaningful way means a lot of that knowledge has dwindled slightly. So I wouldn't blame the school system on this one. I think it's just me going into non-mathematical careers and then playing a game that involves maths. Well, okay. Okay. I mean, there's 58 million of board payments. Surely the board don't need that much money. Can we take money away from the board? I'm sure they'd be well chuffed about that. I've not come into Formula 1 to support the 1%. Let's fucking get rid of him. Oh, hang on, that's not even an outgoing. That's them paying me. I want that. That's an incoming. Shit. Oh my god. I should have spent 10 minutes reviewing the game before coming on. Be fine. Don't worry about it, guys. It's honestly all fine. We are going to have plenty of cash. All I need are a few backhand deals with MBS and we'll be alright. It's all good. Some dude that likes wrestling. Hospitality, catering, health and or safety. And little brand toilet paper. No, I'm not even going to go that far. I'm just going to use, like, I don't know, sheets of paper. Let's not spend on toilet paper. We've already got paper in. They can use that as well. It'll be coarse, but Formula 1 is a sport that tests the metal. Hello, Mike. It's been a while since we've done any research. Yes, because we've only just started a new ATR period. Give me a chance. Okay, got more suspensions in there. This was, again, not an upgrade. This is just for having spares in stock. That's a good idea, Robin, to be fair. There'll be a few public toilets nearby. We can deal with that. Right, so I don't think I need to do anything with car parts for now, or anything. Obviously, they're medium risk, but they should be fine. We've got spares in for everything. And then, what are we currently building again? Underfloor and side pods. Underfloor and side pods, and those are the two lowest parts. Cool, that's fine. Right. Design and research. We've got 10 engineers, and we want to research for next year, and prepare for any regulation changes. So, what did we vote for? What did we vote for in those regs? It was airflow reduction, wasn't it, if I remember rightly? Let's just quickly... So the changes were... This was it. This was the bit that broke my brain, because I feel like it's so vaguely worded. And by all means, tell me if I'm just being stupid and misinterpreting it, but I feel like they don't provide enough information so you could easily misinterpret what do they mean. Like... So yeah. There's going to be 30% less airflow and less airflow sensitivity across a little bit less engine cooling. So I think we need to look at our airflow, look at our front wing, our rear wing, our side pods, for next season and get ahead of that to try and reduce the impact of those things. BP, to save money, Larrousse will run bicycles in upcoming races. Those can be quite expensive. Tonka cars, you know, like the little like Flintstones children, like yellow and red Tonka cars. We'll use them. They're much cheaper. Because bicycles, they can be quite expensive. And we want them to look the part, so they'd have to wear all like the skin-tight gear. We don't know. Too expensive. I'm not doing that. Okay. So, let's look at improving our side pods for next year. Some dude that likes wrestling, I can absolutely get rid of at least one kidney. I'd be up for that, you know. Also, the liver regenerates, so I could chop a bit of the liver out. Is there a market for testicles? No, anyway. Let's... It's not that desperate yet. It's fine. Okay, so the research focus. What can I change here, then? So there's exclamation marks next to these things. I'm assuming those exclamation marks are there because those are some of the things that are being affected by next year's regulation change. So it makes sense. I've only just realised something as well. Pat's having a go at me for not researching something. And the next ATR period starts tomorrow. So why the fuck is Pat getting up in my grill? Can't even fucking do it yet, Patrick. Pat Fry was the guy at Renault who, he was there for Crashgate, wasn't he? It was Pat Fry. I'm not getting him confused with someone else, right? Because if it was, maybe it was a mistake bringing him in. Oh, yes, Pat, I know. I know it's more likely to suffer a fault, but it's got to last 6 races. So there's not much I can do, unfortunately. Ian giving us some sense. We have a new ATR period. We can finally get that started. And we have now improved our race simulator. So we've got an improved weekly development for our drivers as well. Pat Simmons. That's it. I did think it. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Pat. I'm lashing out. You were an idiot, but okay. Thank you. God, hope you didn't hear me say that. That will bring down employee satisfaction. Might have to do more than a pizza party to smooth that one over. Right, side pods. Okay, so I want to split research for next season with maybe some research, some part improvement for this season as well. So do I just split it in half for this one? Or do I do it less? Because Pat was saying, oh, we've not researched in a while. Do I do a lot less and spread it out throughout this ATR period? Maybe split it into quarters. That's right, I'm going to have to work out a quarter of 92. So half of 92 is 46. Half of that is 23. Quick maths. Half of 6.9. Nice. So 7 is 3.5. 3.4. 1.7. So we could do that. Or because this is a part for next year, do I just dump a lot more crap into it? Maybe. Thank you, Screamlight. Yes, that's right. So yeah, Pat Fry was at Renault, just not there for that. that particular incident. Well, we'll say, yeah, he wasn't actually at Renault. He was at Renault when it... yeah, wasn't really Renault for the most part. Right, I might bump it up, because I feel like it is important for next season. Let's do it. And then I think, obviously, we're going to have to... I'm going to use the remote for this, because I'm playing on the PS4 using the mouse. The input lag on the mouse is a bit annoying sometimes, so I'm just going to adjust the sliders. And let's just attack the elements that are getting hit. So I'm not fully sure why we've got that car part expertise reduction of 10%. I can't remember. Evening Martins, no worries, you've not missed very much. We're just kind of getting back up to speed and getting some new parts researched. Some stuff for next year and some new parts for this year as well. Okay. Let's go with that, I think. Because I think the main focus is we want to reduce the impacts of these reductions, or do we just kind of go really go hell for leather on these? Oh, but then car expertise reduction. Okay. A lot of this feels like I'm just kind of clicking and hoping at the moment. And I don't know if that's because I have a lack of information or if the game isn't providing me with the right amount of information. I'm not sure. But let's go with that. I am going to drop 4 engineers on this. That's going to be 1 million. So what does this affect again? This is how quickly it's completed. Okay. Well, the ATR period lasts a while, so actually, and it's for next year, I could just do it with one engineer. Yeah, sod it. It's not important. Let's do 1 engineer, and then we'll keep engineers open for improvements for this year. How's the new update? It's okay for now. I've not noticed anything different yet. It's just been me kind of having like brain fart moments, I guess, trying to work out. Yeah, when you word it like that, Jose, I have put a lot of pressure on that one dude. You really need to nail these side pods for next season, my guy. Look, it's a chance for glory. Okay? He could be the next Newey because of his revolutionary side pod design. Front wings are also affected, so let's also look at this and drop it to there. Yeah, let's do that. So all of the things for the front wing are affected by this. Tyre preservation, airflow sensitivity, airflow front, all in there. Yeah, I will, Martins. Actually, it's a good point. I will look at the driver development stuff. Right. So obviously these are the things that are getting hit next season. So let's focus on them. Just realised how ill prepared I am for this stream. I didn't even like share this anywhere. I've just gone live. So thank you for everyone who's along so far. I think there's about 15 people roughly at the moment. So thanks for joining me. Yeah, it just reminded me because I meant to go on to Bluesky and respond to you, Martins, about your monitor. I've not been on Discord in I don't know how long. So I was going to log into that and share everything on there, and I've just not done it either. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, enough about my shortcomings as a YouTuber. Let's get back to my shortcomings as a team boss. I'm going to shove one engineer on this as well. Let's sod it. Why not? And then, what can we research now? And throw a few different people on. What is our general car report saying again? So our issues are currently top speed, which we can't do much about unless we do lots of drag reduction, and all types of cornering. That's cool. So their only issues with the car really are the straights and the corners. I'm not sure what that leaves, to be honest. It's got, like, it brakes, it stops well, I don't know, anyway. Yeah, everything else is fine. Honestly, don't have to worry about the rest. It takes care of itself. It does preserve tyres. This is the thing, some dude... Mike Bassett was last active in Formula 1, at least in my backstory, in the 90s. And I feel like all of his contacts were all the kind of more wheeler-dealer guys. The Shannon team, for example, he knows all those guys that never appeared. Buddies with loads of guys from Simtech and Pacific. It's like, come on in. Come back to Formula 1. It's not changed at all. I mean, do I design a whole new... I've already done a new rear wing. I've already done a new underfloor. Do I just do a whole new chassis? In the hope. Because that's got drag reduction. It's only got drag reduction though, really. Our DRS opening isn't the best either. Medium and high speed. Let's do a new chassis, shall we? Oh yeah, him and Sassetti are like that. But he doesn't know anything about what happened with Perry McCarthy. Don't ask him, he won't tell you. Honestly, he doesn't know a thing. Stop asking about it. Hang on, how much do I have left? 50, so yeah, I'll put 25 wind tunnel hours on this. And then I'll leave something else for this ATR period for now. Right, focus, look at it. So optimised cooling, not really that bothered. Optimised aero. We've got, like, I don't want to sacrifice our engine cooling too much. Because it is pretty good. Shall I just do race? Yeah, race performance seems like a good one. We need it. No effects to the minimum lifespan. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's whack the maximum amount of engineers on this. It will take 22 days. Let's go with that. Again, it's a bit of a scattergun approach. I feel like there's some logic in there somewhere, but we'll go for it. Love some of these Asia Tech Mechachrome, the Z-Tech R. He'd happily get a Guri Suzuki back as well. He absolutely would. Loves the fella. Right, what is the upgrade that's being completed? Another facility upgrade. Cool. We've only got 13 million left in the bank. I feel like we need to get some money in. Yep, I know, Pat. Okay, affiliates update. Ah, that reminds me. We'll look at the driver development stuff next now as well. Some improvements for those two guys. Fine. Okay, some decent improvements for Ayumu. And we're working on some of the weaker stuff of Teo as well. So that's okay. Let's go to drivers. So what is the new driver development stuff? Nice to see some positive mentality. Teo has always been the smilier one. And then development focus, development rate very high at the moment, which is good. So we've picked this. So what's this? Driving standards. Okay, so the driver will focus on the driving skills, or they will reduce their own training and help improve the preparation in the car part development, or they could take a hit on the training and help with the sponsor plan and a marketability boost. Okay. He's got a couple of facility bonuses. He's out of contract from the end of the season. God, I've not even thought about contracts for people, so I'm gonna have to think about that soon. Silly season will start sooner rather than later. Okay, and then let's see how Ayumu is doing. Also, oh yeah, he's focusing more on pace, long runs. Do I split them and do I put one of them to help focus on the car, maybe? But we also need cash. Do I make Ayumu our, you know, our like cash cow? You know, get him doing TikToks the way RB have got Isaac Hadjard doing. Maybe that's the route. Also, look at the relation paired with the engineer. So I know it's low affinity, but they've only been paired for 10 weeks. So does that... Latest paired race engineers. Okay. So he loves those guys. He loves Romain Gosgwen. Gosgwen? I'm going to stop saying it. Okay. Then there's the stuff I can do from this way. Can I send them on a team building day? Oh, I can improve his driver comms, I suppose. But I'm already working on his communication and feedback. Okay. I'm going to leave those where they are for now. Good to know. Right, let's get the upgrade done. Oh, Life Engines, Benetton Play Life, Toshio Suzuki, Lamborghini Engines. Believe me, he floated he had a big list written on the back of a cigarette packet, and he floated all of them. And we've ended up with Lambert and Butler engines. Oh, pit crew development, good. I can't wait to do this again. So Miami Grand Prix. One thing's for certain, you won't want to miss it. Not sure about that. Okay. Our car's acceleration could be improved compared to the grid. We should use it to what designs. So our acceleration's gotten worse. Well, I'll be honest, this would have been good to know a few moments ago. Right, pit crew training. This made my fucking head spin last time because honestly, it seems nonsensical. You like, for example, you ask it to focus on like reducing pit stop errors, and I'm sure that the whole chance of mistake would just go up unless they fix that. So let's look at this. Focus, keep flicking through the focuses. Oh, alright. Pit stop errors, that's what I want. See, again, why is focusing on pit stop errors making the chance of mistake go up? Unless the game is telling me, hey, do you want more pit stop errors? Use this preset. Why would I want that? I don't, like, what? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's a reduction on obviously plus 17. But surely the whole point of working on to reduce pit stop errors is reducing the amount. KD, let it go. Delatrez isn't getting anywhere near it. It's over. Done. It's a good point. Teo would be the cash cow. You are right, with it being Larrousse. He would have to be the poster boy. But he's also the best performing guy at the minute. Yeah, that's true, Robin. I did immediately think before pronouncing that engineer was actually just Roman Grosjean. I was like, oh no, hang on. You've seen Roman and a G and filled in the blank there. Yeah, Jose, this is the thing. It makes it makes it go less down. But the whole point is I want it to go down. And it felt like the only way I could do like it was change it to something that wasn't a pit stop drill. Like, why is literally the default of no matter what I do now, it's going to improve the chance of a flipping mistake? Like, what if I just say rest, rest? Maybe if they train pit stop errors, they are making those errors quicker, saving time on each pit stop with an error. This is the logic. It just doesn't explain it very well, you know? I feel like it's crazy. And I know it's been mentioned before. Like they've over kind of egged the amount of errors that can happen. So it's almost like it's a variable, but the variable's kind of turned up a bit too high. So the annoying thing about this now is I'm not really trying to improve much. I'm just trying to make things the least bad. Or fatigue reduction. That's the thing. That was what it was. So if I basically don't make them do anything, that brings the mistake down again to its like lowest. Look at that. Focus on wheel guns. And that barely does anything. I'll go with that. I'm clearly just being a slave driver. I guess I've got to bring their errors down before I can start working to improve on that. Because like I said, if we're going to do 2.7s every time and not have a mistake, I'd rather have that than aim for 2.5s and end up with like 7-second pit stops. I mean, I think they're taking the piss though. They're well rested. I think they're taking me for a ride here. See how we go. We'll go with that. We'll see how it works in the next... Like, because we didn't have a single error back in China. So if we continue to not get errors, we know we're going in the right direction. Weather Center has been improved. What's in the inbox? It's just confirmation of that. For the forecast accuracy, we've got manufacturing on some parts ready, which won't affect the race. We're just going to have some more spares, which is good. So, it's going to be cold, so maintaining tyre temps might be tough. We're not expecting rain. We've got a sprint race. It's a balanced circuit and our car isn't well suited due to its low speed performance. Of course, because as we remember, the issue is indeed in the low, medium and high speed performance. So that kind of covers it. It's not... it's not the best. Teo has been doing okay in the race and staying out of trouble. I'm going to set him for 18th. Ayumu, I am just going to stick him on 20th for now. Team activity schedule. I don't think I need to do anything with this. This is just a... yeah, okay, fine. This is okay. And let's head to Miami. Did I redeem the DLC liveries that were given away for free? I don't think I did, actually. No, I will look into that. I'm assuming that's the same on the PS4. Because this is, yeah, PS4 version. But yeah. This is it. This might be all for nothing, Robin. I'm doing all this. I'm going to have no money anyway, so... okay, Martins, that's good to know. I'll make sure I redeem those. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Thanks, David. I appreciate it. Let's go trackside. Here in the simulator we have the presets of all the greats to copy, and here we have Gaston Music. If anything, at this rate I'd only be buying Gastons, because no one drives like Gaston. Right, let's move to the race setup. And I'm going to run a practice session again. Because again we've only got one to set up the car because it's a sprint race again. So we are going to go to the practice. Yep, not changing anything there. Let's manage the session. Michael Gott, am I right in saying this was never released on a physical disc, only digital? I'm not sure, but what I can tell you is I went to buy a physical disc and I could not find one anywhere. And that's maybe because most of the video game shops in this country have now gone so bad they just don't stock video games anymore, and mainly stock plushies and trinkets and shite, rather than actual games. But I ended up buying a digital copy because I'm still like I'd still prefer to get, you know, physical copies. So I'm not sure if it was never released on physically, but I certainly haven't seen a physical copy ever, so you might be right with that. Okay. Oh, thank you for all that. Again, Karen Chandok is here. Anthony Davidson's up in Sky Race Control. And, of course, we're in Miami, so I'm going to play that song. Right. I can't remember what I did. Did I just literally send them out? Yeah, we'll send them both out on hard tyres to begin with for a run. We'll get their setup stuff and then we'll split their tyres again. And get some data on all 3 sets of tyres and see how we go. So let's just spool through. They just need to get laps in. Oh, not Danica, for fuck's sake. For so many reasons. Yeah, Michael, I'm the same. I prefer a physical copy where possible. Just because of, you know, how digital rights management is managed differently by different providers. Obviously, it's what I was used to growing up with, having a physical copy. Gone are the days of doing one lap before getting feedback. I appreciate it. It's... Okay, here we go. Obviously, we're going to have bad setup satisfaction.
Copy that.
And Teo, I'm imagining he's going to have something in to say. Let's call the car in.
How's the car?
Of course he did. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Right. What can we do? Alright, get back on the controller. Oh, excuse me. Right. This just makes so much more sense using the D-pad. Okay. Okay, we're getting everything in the window, but it's not... it's not super close to where we want it. I don't feel like he's going to be super happy with that, because we're not getting right in the center of those... okay. It should be an improvement, so let's do that. And then we'll run you on the medium tyre and see how you feel about it. And then... I'm just waiting for Teo to come in. Yeah, we had a talking to about the engineer about calling everyone Pierre, and you know, he's seen the error of his ways, i.e., yes, I'm aware he was patched. Is Ralph Schumacher? I've heard Ralph Schumacher, to be fair, can come off with some slightly off the wall opinions. I've heard he can be a little bit of an inflammatory pundit. I have topic. How do people feel about Buxton's IndyCar comms? Not sold on it yet. Sounds like he's attempting a transatlantic accent. Wouldn't surprise me if he was. I've not heard him commentate yet over there. I've seen people be quite positive about him in terms of his punditry, in terms of IndyCar fans. So I think they seem to like him. But yeah, I've not seen him much. Michael, how's the game compared to 22 and 23? Don't know. This is actually the only one of them I got. Yeah, I missed the first two. So if anyone else knows how these are in kind of comparison, let him know. Oh, Ralph is like Villeneuve. Okay. Got you. You've immediately painted a picture in my mind, and that is fine. Okay. Oh dear. Jesus. Usually we can find a way to get these things in the window, and... bloody hell. I can't get anywhere bloody near it with this. To be honest now, because I'm focusing on what's going on in obviously the sliders, but then you look at how extreme I'm having to push everything. Oh, God. That is grim. That is immensely grim. Okay, that's pushing things back in the right direction slightly. So literally, I just want 0 toe out. So that's pushing things a bit closer. That's really frustratingly on the edge for like most of them. Okay, yeah. We've now got everything just in that window a little bit. Okay. Need higher wings, front wing probably 7-ish. Yeah, maybe we just sacrifice traction. It is a kind of jack of all trades, master of none situation, isn't it, really? Do we just accept having not the best traction? At least that's closer now. That works. That's not too bad. It is ridiculous that I might have a little bit more. Like, it seems weird to have 0 toe out. That seems okay. That seems a little better. I felt like it took a long time to get us where we needed to be with that. They're at least closer. Yes, Michael, did GTR 2. We've done Race 07 before. I've got a video coming out hopefully tomorrow, which is essentially an offshoot of R Factor. Some people might know what it is just from that. Some people might be slightly surprised by it. But it's a lot of fun. Very weird. Not very weird. Novel. I'm sure some people get what it is just from that alone. I like Grand Prix Manager 2 method of saying I don't like this setup parameter, do something, with good drivers telling you go lower and bad drivers saying do something. That's cool. I should get that on the list of things, of the infinite list of things I want to play. Obviously, I've been doing a little bit of playing of Grand Prix 2 since the X86 version came out, which is a lot of fun. I've not tried the wet weather mod on it yet because I still want to kind of mess around with just a version that's a bit closer to the normal game. But that's a lot of fun. So incredibly good. It plays so well. It's brilliant. I know Jose F1C is on the list. It should be. It's not there yet. Not quite.
Let's just focus on the tires.
Okie dokie. Iwasa's out. As soon as you're reconfigured, we get Teo out. Hopefully this gets them both in a happier setup situation. Let's just go. Let's go, go, go. So what season was Grand Prix Manager 2? So what were the low-end teams you had the choice of? Were you like... were 40 an option in that game? Okay, how are we doing? 96. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's just slow it down. Oh, we're still gathering up. We got one more Driver 40, precision 46. Track acclimatization isn't great, but car parts knowledge is getting up there. Okay. I know we've not seen much of the track yet in practice, but we will. Oh, cool. So yeah, 40 an option, Minardi, Tyrrell, and Pacific. Nice.
And how's the balance?
That's good.
Copy that.
That's good. Do I just leave him out to get acclimatized to the track? How are your softs doing? Oh, you're on mediums, hang on, that's fine. Okay. Fine. Teo, I'm hoping for some information from you in a second. Come on, Teo.
How was that run?
The confidence is okay.
Yeah, understood.
Good, good. 10 minutes to go. Track acclimatization still not great. Do I just strap some new tyres on? Do I just leave them out? I mean, you're on softs. 49% left on the softs. I'm just going to leave them out just to get track acclimatization. Maybe. I'm going to have to reconfigure them anyway. Is it worth it for 10 minutes? Probably not. Sod it. We'll call it as that. Okay. I've not heard the best things about the PS2 version of F1 Career Challenge. Right. There we go. And that is practice. So Pourchaire 13th, Ivasa 17th. Which honestly, if that's how it ended in qualifying, that'd probably be okay. But we don't know that for sure. In fact, Ferrari are running 2 test drivers by the looks of it. They've got Behrman and Schwartzman. The men are in. Okay. Get a move on, guys. Not go all day. Okay, we've got some info. This is fine for now. It is nice to see that Teo's gearbox isn't affecting him too much at the moment. Let's see if David's going to say anything stupid. Oh no. Probably knows I'm going to criticise him. Fair enough. Who's the test driver? Our test driver. We've got 2 basically regen people in. I can't remember their names, which isn't good man management. They're nobodies to me. They can speak to me when they've got a driver rating of 70 or over, and then I'll look them in the eye. That's how I run things around here. Okay. That's the report. Compound performance. Good to know. Okay. Let's just look at the setup and see what we can do now. Okay. I don't feel there's much I can do with that, really, to kind of improve things, because whatever I do, it's going to knock braking stability way out. Yeah, I just think we... yeah. We leave that as it is. Yeah. It's not ideal. And then same... Emu's setup is better. Anything I can do to kind of bring the braking stability... I could do that, technically, and it will bring the braking stability further towards it. But then obviously I've moved that out of straight. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's not bad. That brings everything together a little bit more. Let's go with that. Yes, it is untested, but whatever. Am I just stuck with this one? This is it. Do I want better traction? Do I want better braking stability? Could do that. It does mean we don't have optimal braking stability, but it does improve our traction a lot. You're obsessed with the Latifi, man. Let it go. The only problem is lower the rear wing. Oh, it does help with straights a lot. That's not bad. I know it's moved some stuff out, but it feels like everything's a lot closer to where it needs to be. In fact, yeah, tweak the toe out, and that leaves braking stability where it is and improves some other stuff as well. It's a bit better. Okay, let's go with that. Right. Has he got that much money? Is the Nutella money really that, like, rich for... Fine, we can have a look at it, maybe. See where we're at. Because going bankrupt is a real alternative. But okay. Right.
2, 1, should be green.
I don't know. We're gonna. I think we can still beat some people, Sweet Meister lad. So he may be like some of the worst, but not the worst. All right, let's try and not send Teo out into traffic immediately. Evasa immediately running wide. That's cool. There we go. A little bit of clear air for Teo. Right. Shall we have a look at this bloody circuit then? I really don't like this place at all.
Gap looks good.
Look, I don't care who we beat. If we can beat someone, Screamlight, I'll be fine with it. I'm pretty sure the fake Marina is still here, yes.
You've got a good gap to the car ahead.
Right, here we go. Flying lap for Iwasa. Like, it's just so uninspiring, isn't it? It's just not a very good circuit. And you feel like, has F1 not learned about doing races in American car parks? I know there are very difficult, not very difficult, there are people who,
Good to go.
like, genuinely love Caesar's Palace. But surely that's just for the memes, right? Yeah, this is it, Robin. They don't even feel like proper street circuits. Because it's not a street, this isn't a street, is it? It's just literally they've found a bit of space and plonked a temporary circuit in there. It's not like Long Beach, for example, which is a street circuit. Helium Trophy, you do raise an interesting question, Monaco or Miami, because obviously Monaco is processional and they can't do anything to make it wider, whereas at least this track is wide enough. But I still find Monaco more interesting, I guess. But you're right, there is a problem with F1 and Monaco. But as usual, my blame is more on the formula than the circuit. Stop the count. We are first.
Only P1.
I shouldn't say stop the count, really. This was the race that the orange idiot showed up at. Less said about that, the better. I like the look of the Chicago Street Circuit Screamer. It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I also dislike Jeddah, Robin. It is just a meandering S. It's just very boring, unfortunately.
Good luck with them.
Okay.
Do as much as you can.
So, Ivasa goes quicker by 0.2, which is fine. We're ahead of a handful of cars. Iwasa has currently out-qualified Max Verstappen. Wow. Okay, let's just have a little look in terms of... So, just expected traffic. Grip is not going up. Well, it is going up, but it's not like insane amounts. Let's see if we can time our lap well. We've got to do a second run on the same tyre. I forget about all the sprint qualifying rules because is Max's career. Is it? It is. It's over. If he can't get past Iwasa, he's done for. I don't want to get excited. 8th and 11th after the first runs is actually really good. But I'm sceptical. I'm very sceptical. Baku as a street... I used to think Baku as a street track works. The only problem is, after the first few years of chaos, I now feel like it only works... I feel like it's become quite dull now, and it only actually is interesting if you end up with a safety car. Like, the long straight and that first sequence of corners means you can have a good little bit of dueling side by side, but then the second half of the track is just, you're not really making any moves. You're kind of just following and waiting for the straight again. So, I used to like Baku a lot more, but I feel like it only kind of hinges on there being chaos rather than it being there being good racing. I always forget Canada is a street circuit, and obviously Australia, which... I still really like Australia, but as you know, as time has gone on, again the cars are just don't help the racing at all. Right, let's wait for Verstappen to go out. A little bit of space, and then Teo can go. I have sent out Ayumu right behind Lando Norris. Oh, and he's got space, but now he's also got Danny Ricciardo right in front of him. Oh, Ricciardo's got out of the way. He was in front of him for a long portion of that lap. That's probably not ideal. Adelaide was indeed great, though. Adelaide was so good. We've not had both drivers get to Q2 yet. Ibassa's never made it out of Q1. And they both went out of Sprint Quali 1 last time, if I remember rightly. But we have had Pourchaire get out of Q2 and once into Q3. So this will be the first time, obviously Sprint Quali as opposed to actual Quali. Let's see if Ayumu can improve here. Considering the car is supposedly not very well suited to this circuit.
We're currently P8.
So no improvement there. In the meantime, oh no, I don't want to take manual control. You're fine. Let the driver do the driving. Quicker in the first two splits. Got quite a few people behind us still yet to do laps, so not getting excited yet. Where is Max Verstappen? Oh, there goes Sainz. He didn't set the quickest first lap. Russell, Verstappen goes quickest. Of course he does. Saves that up. Come on, Teo. Let's hope this is an improvement and we can get ourselves a little bit safer. Good, up to 11th. So now Ivasa is once again in danger. Everyone below the line yet to finish. So where's Alonso? Coming down the back straight, as is Albon. Magnussen coming across the line. Oh, no, no, no. I think Ivasa might go out. Here comes Alonso in the Aston Martin. And Ivasa's out. Still doesn't make it out of a Q1 in either sprint quali or race quali. Albon doesn't improve. He goes 18th. And we miss out on sprint quali by less than 1/10 of a second. So very, very close. But fine. Is what it is. At least we get to see SQ2 with Teo Pourchaire. And of course, Max Verstappen topping that session by 7/10 of a second. That is certainly something. Right. Oh, 84% on the car setup. Much better. It's all clicked in there for Teo. Let's get through to SQ2 and carry on. That's it. Ayumu can start doing some TikToks and show some delegates around.
Should be green now.
Okay. Don't have long to go. So obviously we've got our fresh set of mediums. No need to apologise for your silence, Martins. I don't mind if I'm some second screen fodder. Thank you to everyone who has, of course, joined and is watching so far. I hope you're enjoying it. Got the sprint race, qualifying and the race to go in Miami. Sorry about the circuit, you know. Right, I'm just going to wait. There we go. That should be enough space. Let's get round to the flying lap, shall we? I know lots of people kind of watch this on like ×4 or ×2 speed, but when I'm watching the actual footage, I can't hack like it being at like ×2. Larrousse on one screen, Virgin Racing on the other. Lovely stuff. Helium Trophy. What is more adrenaline pumping? The snooker or a Formula 1 race at Miami? I think it's quite close. And that's not a slam on snooker. I like the snooker. Ridiculously hard game to play well. Like, you think if you... I was in a pool team for a while, and I was half decent, and I was good at, like, safety play when playing pool. Then you get on a snooker table, and you realise how it's insanely difficult as a game. And the control with which they can do everything is just insane. Right, how are we doing, Teo? Don't think, based on that, we are going to be troubling the final sprint quali session. What do you got? What do you got for me? 12th.
We're P12.
To be honest, again, that's only a 10th off Sainz, but I would expect Sainz to improve on his second run. But we could improve on our second run. I mean, I feel like we don't, oddly enough, most of the time. Crucible over Miami. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Right, reconfigure. Straight out again. Don't think we're going to get him out before this. Can't even tell who that is. Oh, it's a Merc. Go, go, go. Go on, go. Ahead of the Red Bull. That's it. Ahead of Sergio Perez. Let's fire it round. Okay. Unsurprisingly, no improvement from Teo on his second lap. But 14th isn't bad generally, considering where our general performance levels are. Teo has outqualified both the Alpines, which, as we know, in the French off, is important. Sprint pole goes to Max Verstappen. It's a 1-2 for Red Bull, then a 3-4 for Ferrari, 5-6 for McLaren, 7-8 for Mercedes, Alonso and Magnussen rounding out the top 10. That's cool, KD. I also won a pool tournament at uni, actually, which was very surprising. Wasn't expecting to win. What about a race at Morocco instead of South Africa? I don't know any of the circuits in Morocco off the top of my head, unless you're talking about like a one that's made up. So, sure. I don't know if there's any kind of dodginess relating to Morocco. Oh, another pool champ. 3 pool winners. Well done, guys. Good work. Right. Sprint race. So, strategy-wise, it's just medium tyres all the way through. Car setup. They're both at 84%. That's fine. I'm not going to do anything with fuel, I don't think. Or do I add a bit so I can run the engines a bit harder? Maybe not, considering we're looking at swapping them out. This is the last race for those engines. Let's just run with that. However, it is always better to kind of start them on like aggressive to begin with, so they don't fall off the start, and then we can adjust as needs be. Let's sprint. Oh, there is the Marrakesh circuit in Race 07. Have I been on that circuit yet? Because I was playing through the 06 season. I can't remember if Marrakesh was in that one. I'm still doing that. That video I did when I was doing like a race at Curitiba in Brazil. I'm still doing that same season very slowly. I've still got like 2 rounds to go, and I'm fighting for the championship, and I'm really enjoying it. But I literally just, it takes me so long to do anything, whether I'm filming it for this channel or not. It's madness. I do want to finish it, because obviously we finish in Macau, which is much more fun than Miami. Let's sprint. I agree with that, Robin. I would take that swap any day of the week. In the meantime, Teo Porcher, decent start. He's going side by side with Valtteri Bottas. Doesn't quite get the move done. So holds position. Both guys have held position for now. Right. We don't want them to overwork their tyres. It was mainly about making sure we don't fall backwards off the line. I'm happy to keep them both deploying for now.
Keep an eye on these tyres.
Let's see how quickly they go. We've immediately got Gasly and Ocon queuing up behind Porcher. This section of the track is just pants, isn't it, as well? It's processional and it's boring. Nothing's going to happen there. We go down the back straight. And it's worrying. Typically, we're only really competitive if we're deploying ERS. And
DRS enabled.
at the minute, you've already lost the back
That is P8.
of Bottas.
Car ahead.
So in the DRS zones, we are going to be a bit of a sitting duck.
0.5.
But to be fair, we've done a lap on deploy, and he's still at 98% because he's regained so much energy in those 2 braking zones. So we might be able to keep this on deploy. It does look like he's in trouble, though, from early doors. And it does look like we've got Gasly, to be fair. Tactics. Let's have him defend.
We want to stay ahead of him.
Yes, we do. In the meantime, how's Yumu doing? Let's not over-focus. He's not... He is already starting to lose Albon. Let's get you on high overtake aggression, see if we can do something. I'm glad that... no, there's DRS now, though. Gasly's going to have a look into the braking zone. He sends it. He's supposed to be defending it, Teo. I know defence is one of his weakest things, but he's managed to hang it out there, and he's managed to keep ahead. And that's cost Gasly a little bit of time. Okay, not bad. That second lap, though, is used a lot more. Let's top up over the first part of this lap.
Just do your best, please.
Oh, Ayumu's just attempted an overtake and failed.
Go recharge on.
Oh, and he's having a go at Ocon. That's good. It's okay. Have I tried the old Grand Prix Legends game? I have. That's a lot of fun. I'm terrible at it, but it is a lot of fun. Racing the old Kyle Army is a lot of fun in those cars. But yeah, it takes some adjustment. And what old Watkins Glen is good as well. Obviously, you've got the classic Spa. In the meantime, though, gone from attempting an overtake. Oh, we've lost a position. Porcher said he was pushed wide. I'm not sure when he would have been pushed wide before that, unless it's now. But we can't see that.
Alrighty. Nice.
dear. Okay, let's get you deploying again. To be fair, he's not really regained that much over the course of the lap, so if anything, it's only useful to be, like, harvesting in the first part of the lap. It's rough. Right. Let's just harvest
We can just focus on charging the pack.
through this section of the lap.
Recharge your arm.
We are starting to go a little bit backwards. There's some fighting going on up ahead, though. So hopefully we can still have a chance. In the meantime, poor Chair driving in his mirrors at the moment. It's rough. It's rough at the moment. There's a small queue building up behind Teo Porcher. Iwasa, in the meantime, has got Guan Yu Zhou behind him. Right, he's regained a little bit of power. Let's just go back to neutral in the hopes that he can keep Zhou away. Tyres are online. We are fuel saving a little bit. True, it is the sprint and no one cares about it, but it does, unfortunately, bode not too well for our actual race at this point in time. Let's just start spooling forward a little bit. Oh, great. We've got a mechanical fault for Teo Porcher. Excellent replay. That has shed light on the situation. Thank you. Fucking useless. So that's weird you say that, KD, because obviously, for me, the fun should be in, like, playing with these smaller teams and having a chance, you know? Sonoda's taken Iwasa. This is rough. Iwasa has overtaken Sonoda. Porcher had briefly gained a position against Bottas, but then lost it again. We are saving a little bit of fuel. We might be able to kind of do some extra push and burn. Porcher is going to take the spot. Is he going to keep it? He is. Not. Excellent. Right, let's just harvest. Do a little bit of top up for you as well. And then we will push. Oh!
Debris on circuit.
Let's see what the accident is. We have got a big crash. Oh, Esteban Ocon. Oh, okay. When it said big shunt, multiple crashes, it's a bit of an overreaction, guys. They barely touched. Let's not act like Premier League footballers now. Come on. Stay on your feet. Oh, crash involving multiple cars. I think what you mean is two cars very nearly touched each other. Ooh.
A lot can still happen. Behind you, Gasly.
Oh my god. Oh, there was contact there, though, between Iwasa and Gasly. And we've got an investigation.
You're doing a good job.
No penalties given. Fine. In the meantime, a technical issue. Let's have a look and see what this technical issue is. Is it gearbox? Engine. Minor engine issue. And he's got a worse for wear gearbox as well. So, do we let Iwasa through? I think we maybe do. Don't fight, teammate.
Okay, we need to let him through.
I know, but you're going slow, my guy. Don't let everyone through, though, Teo. Jesus Christ, that was poorly, that was poorly orchestrated, wasn't it? In the meantime, let's get you deploying and then you on push. 1.5 seconds to Albon.
No more lift and coast.
Let's see if Ivasa can just kind of move away.
Just get back on it. Sergeant right behind.
Teo is right amongst it. Let's get you on deploy again and let's get you pushing
Use energy.
tactically.
Cancel the lift and coast.
Let's just get some confidence, you know. Like, how is Ivasa feeling? He's feeling pretty good, generally. He's trying to push up through the field. Poor chair. Yeah, he's having a rough one at the moment. He's working with these engine issues. He's got DRS on Joe, looking into turn 1.
Sergeant DRS.
Come on, come on, come on. No, he's just not going to be able to make it. Again, coming from a long way back, it's not helping really. Need to make sure I don't obviously overburn on the fuel. In the meantime, Ivasa 15th ahead of Albon.
Head down.
This is good.
That was good.
2.3
Bottas ahead.
to Bottas. We'll miss that from Ivasa. We don't really we show much.
Turn 6. They decide to give it a go.
Yeah, that was a decent move. Well done, Emu.
Sees them move to 15.
Change the engine for race proper. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. I know it's technically early, but we don't really want him carrying that issue into the race.
DRS.
What can Ivasa get clear of Albon? I don't think he can really.
How are the tires?
In the meantime, I'm hoping Teo can at least. Oh, this was flashing again. No updates. It is temporary though. And to be fair, it's been caused by overheating. So let's come off the push. And he's at least been able to get back past Joe. So that's good. Need to now regain the RS for Ivasa. He's closing the gap on Bottas, but he definitely has. He's brought Tsunoda and Albon with him. We need to bring him off push now as well, which means our kind of charge forward is about to very much become...
Stay in front of him.
Oh, he's going to be struggling. Yeah, he needs to relax, doesn't he?
Car behind.
To be honest,
Gap to Albon 0.4.
you know, we are well outside the points. Do we just accept dropping all the way back and we conserve everything for the race at this point? When both of them are going to have engines that are on their last legs. Obviously,
Albon behind.
Ivasa's doing slightly better. I think we just accept that we're going to be where we are for most of the race.
You're doing good. Tsunoda ahead.
It's rough. It's rough stuff. I think we just take the hit. I think that's what we have to do. The car isn't a complete toilet, but it certainly is in conjunction with this circuit, which as established is very much a toilet. Ivasa is doing his best to hold off Bottas at the minute, I say that as Bottas overtakes Vasa. Poor chair going backwards. I think we just accept where we're going to end up here and just survive for the race. What is this issue? It is still minor. It is still temporary. It's also caused by the curbs as well. Doesn't ultimately matter if we finished 14th and inside the top 20. At least you can flush a toilet. Well, if you break this car down, it can be flushed. Right, so, final lap. Not really much to play for in the sprint race, unfortunately. I think avoiding being last is the best we can manage. With your stream tonight, I'm going to get this on PC and Steam. Are the extra livery packs worth getting? So there are free ones, and there is I think there's the deluxe edition ones as well. I didn't bother with the deluxe edition because it is just a few race scenarios and some liveries. The liveries are mock-ups of retro cars, though. So if you want to kind of recreate, I can't remember which ones it was now. I'm sure there's a classic Williams, a classic Benetton in there. So if that interests you, then that might be up your street. But definitely pick up the free ones as well. By all means. But I'm glad this has encouraged you to get the game. It's not perfect as we've established, but I'm still enjoying it. I still have so much to learn about it, as you can see. But it's entertaining. I'm enjoying it for all of its flaws. So Max Verstappen wins from Sergio Perez. They hold on for a 1-2. Ivasa comes home 17th. Poor chair, though. It's rough for him. He drops 7 places, hampered by an engine issue to finish 21st. That's it. Thank you, Martins. I knew you knew what the extra liveries were.
The Miami International Autodrome has some lovely long straights.
That's the best thing Karen Chandok can think to say about the Miami Autodrome. Oh yeah, there's some lovely long straights. The M6 has got long straights. Whoop-de-fucking-do. The M4's loads of fun. I'd rather go there than fucking Miami for this. Ooh, lovely long straights. You're very welcome, Michael. I hope you enjoy it. Right, it's qualifying time. Car parts, let's have a little look. So engine at 38%, gearbox at 30. Engine at 40%. We'll see how his engine is, if he's still got that issue in qualifying, and see if we need to switch it out there. So I'm going to leave the engine in for now. And let's get out there. Let's qualify. Let's get to the business end, as it were. It is a bit of a caravan train on the M6. And also lorries overtaking each other very slowly over the course of a few miles. Right. You move out. Give it a second. Actually, no, let's wait. There we go. Some nice space for both of them. Let's get them round. Oh, let's not knock the Super Prix Helium Trophy. Incredible Birmingham Super Prix. Right. Wow, that's a good start. I immediately nearly choked. Fantastic. Oh. I live near the M62, the Spa version of motorways. The highest motorway in the country. Where everyone knows the story of the house that splits the M62. They didn't want to move. They didn't want to move.
Keep an eye on your delta.
KD, you're not really a very supportive guy, are you? I think you need a hug. Consider that.
Delta, stay negative.
So, Yumu, Porcher, 3/10 off Albon. I think this weekend is just going to compound my misery for Miami. Personally, I'm not looking forward to it.
Use the limiter. Stop on the marks.
We've gone out very early. Let's advance a little bit of time and let some other times go in and see how badly it's going. Goatlowski, I'd watch NASCAR if they didn't have stages or playoffs. That's still my main thing with it, and I'm annoyed that they've added playoffs to V8s as well. I just hate the whole concept. How is the sit racing this season in NASCAR? I don't know, it just seems so constructed. Yeah, I know, KD, that's not true, really, about the house. But it's an urban legend, you have to keep it going. It's nice to imagine that was the story. Oh, well, that... This drink is making me want to explode. Yeah, the racing is asked because my driver's not winning. I suppose that's a take. Yeah, Weck and Imsa, those are the ones for me. Those are the ones to watch. Never been called a yuppie before. Look, if right turns make me posh, then I go... There we go, I guess that's the case. Look, I'm not a NASCAR hater. I'm still enjoying the playthrough, even though it's taking literal years to get through. But yeah, stage racing and the playoffs just aren't for me. Right, what is Max Verstappen's problem? Not generally, just... Do I not get to see any more about it? It's a shame. Okay, so everyone's set a lap, and we are inside Q2, so that's okay. Excuse me. The Maundy, good to see you. Yes, we are indeed in Miami. I'm not particularly happy about being in Miami, but at least Larrousse has made it. The Thai Super Series YouTube. Might have to look at that. That sounds interesting. I'm quite I'm slightly intrigued. Right. Yeah, we want to get out of Q1 if possible. Can Ayumu do it for the first time? Would be nice. We've got one less set of soft tyres, so hang on. We're not going to make Q3. Another one now, Q2. I'm going to keep those same set of softs on for Teo and see what we do. I see what your logic is, Goatlowski, but I don't feel like that tracks for me. Are you trying to say, because if Joey Logano wouldn't be a 7-time champ without the playoffs, that to me says it's not quite working. Dear me. I enjoyed the Buddha, is it Buddha circuit in India? I thought it was a good circuit. I think it's a shame what's happened to it, and it's not racing there. I thought it was quite good. Not the best Tilke track, but certainly not the worst either. Sorry, should have put wets and inters on split strategy. That's what I missed.
We can get a good lap here.
Right, we've got decent track position. We've not gone like super close to the wire on this. Although I say that, where's Yuki Tsunoda come from? Well, that's going to really screw up Teo. Right. In the meantime, okay, good. Teo has, yeah. Tsunoda's gone in. Let's hope we've got improvements for this. Oval dirt racing. So I've been playing. Again, I've not watched any of it, so I can't speak on the real life. But I've been playing NASCAR Dirt to Daytona.
13.
That's loads of fun. That's a great game, and I'm still in the dirt racing stuff at the moment. I've really been enjoying that.
Just waiting on a few laps to finish.
Wow, Teo's gone 9th. Too busy watching the... I do think, Goatlowski, with that, he is attempting the British tradition of sarcasm. But there we go. So we've got... Still waiting for quite a few people to finish. Poor is definitely safe. I think Ivasa might be too close. Again, if Piastri's going to get out, which I think he is. Yeah, the Mondi, that chicane is not great. It is not the one. Ivasa out of Q1 again. Damn, okay. He's 19th though, which is about where we've expected it to be. He's ahead of an Alpine, so he gets points for that. Ahead of Logan Sargent, who also doesn't know what a kilometre is, and Zhou Guanyu at the back. Yeah, 3/10 needed for Iwasa in the meantime. Pourchaire 11th. Not bad. Not getting ahead of ourselves and thinking he can hook it up into Q3, not around this circuit. Engine seems okay for now. Although, what's going on here? Yeah, okay. Fine. Let's go. No. No, they're two different people. Martins, absolutely. Okay, Gotlos, let's I appreciate the passion, but also calm. Jesus. I'm going to focus on this for a bit, if you don't mind, guys. Right, so let's spool forward a little bit of time.
Green.
Let's go. Oh. Wait for a few cars to go out. There we go. Decent slot for Teo. Although he has had to just stop for Verstappen. But a decent bit of space for him there. Let's see. He's done Q3 once before. He might be able to do it again. Ricardo getting out of the way. What does he do? He's 11th. And the thing is, Verstappen has definitely underperformed. Leclerc, Russell. Yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough to get Q3. Let's just bring the time forward a little bit more. Do one final run? Yeah. Whack on the soft tyres. If we make it into Q3, I'd consider not even doing a lap and just save the tyres. Because I'm not fully sure what sets we're going to need for the race. Right. There we go. Once again, Teo's had to duck out of the way of people on flying laps, but that's okay. Although he's now ended up right behind Max Verstappen. Oh no, he's gotten back past Verstappen and he's got into a decent slot. Okay. Well, it's not decent anymore, because now he's got a slow-moving Ferrari. Oh, wow, okay. I don't know why it was doing that with the camera. I thought I was going mad then. Well, that screwed us over. Oh. I have no idea if Roberto Meire's still in the game. I think Zhou was fine. He was okay. It wasn't terrible. He was just fine. Put him under the same kind of level as like Giovinazzi. Also solid. I think Zhou could go into another discipline and do quite well. I agree, Sweet Mouse Lad. It is crazy that poor Cheo went F2 and was never here. Damn, no improvement again. I think that it was unfortunately ruined very early on by that Ferrari. Slightly annoying. Okay, Sergio Perez is on pole. Max Verstappen has obviously got some issues. Most people, I think, are going to be using their first engine for the last time. So might be a few people with problems here today, and it seems like Mike Verstappen is one of them, and it's affected his Q2. But then again, I say that he might turn around and absolutely smash it in Q3. What do you think about Daruvula? He's definitely... He just didn't quite hook it up in any of his F2 campaigns to get into... Like, he looked like he could do it, could have done it at one point, but... Yeah. Right. Here we go then. Where is that fake marina? Are they moving away from it? I see they've modelled the actual attendance. Look at all those lovely... Look at all those people. It's absolutely rammed round there. Can't move for the umbrellas. Yes, I get it, David. We're in Miami. You don't have to say any more about it. So it's going to be slightly cooler today, which helps, considering Teo's got issues with engine overheating. Glad I saved some soft tyres. That is what they think the best strategy is. Strategy D. I'm glad you have the same opinion as me about Miami, Golowski. It is it ain't the one. I love Sonoma. Sonoma is a great circuit. Don't think because F1 wouldn't be able to go there. I think because obviously the too much elevation change. Then again, has IndyCar ever been to Sonoma? I don't know. You might be able to tell me. But yeah, this circuit just isn't the one. It isn't. Right, let's have a little look and see. So that is the best strategy we've got, allegedly, and it's kind of general. Does that allow... Could we, like... What happens if we have that as a push stint? Okay, that brings it below the line towards the end. Fine. The only thing I would prefer to do... Yeah, would prefer to finish on the aggressive tyre. So maybe I flip it around and we do 21 laps instead. No. Hang on. We do that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go with that. Although that's slower for some reason. Why should that make a difference that I've done it that way around? Ah, yeah, okay. So the IndyCar did go to Sonoma. That's cool. And I also agree. They used to have a nice split of street circuits, road courses, and ovals in IndyCar, and they do need a few more ovals. Especially when, you know, the race that still brings them the biggest exposure is an oval and is a super speedway. So they need another race like that on the calendar for sure. I've kind of wrecked this setup now, annoyingly. This strategy, but I'm not sure why I have. Because it should literally just be the same. Right. Let's switch it back around. Fucked that right up. It's still somehow not as good as it was. Just a very short middle stint, isn't it? Fine. Okay, let's go with that. Is this strategy quicker? No. Oh, to be fair, this is the strategy I've just changed it from. How is this different from strategy D? Pit window. Okay, so a slightly different length of stint there. Fine, let's stick with that. And once again, gonna go a little under on fuel by a couple of laps, just because we can make it up naturally throughout the course of the race. And anything we can do to help these cars straight line speed. And let's go. It's bad enough you've made me come to Miami. You've made me do 2 races here. Let's hope it's not awful.
And it won't be long until we get this race underway. Well, they certainly appear calm and composed heading into this race.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go then. Miami. How bad could it be? Okay, so solid start, going side by side with Gasly. I'm playing this on the PS4. Why does it feel like it's struggling to show me Miami? Does it just not want to? Right, so Pourchaire has lost out to Gasly. Ivasa is behind Ocon. And immediately the queuing up has begun. Let's push deploy. God damn it. Hulkenberg through.
Focus.
Really hope this is going to be our afternoon.
Do your best.
Could be a very rough day indeed. Okay, DRS is enabled. Why on earth is it running like this? Looks awful. Had an absolute, yeah, it's been mainly me complaining about Miami, complaining about the car. You've not missed loads. Sorry you had a disaster. Some dude that likes wrestling. I remember those. My eldest did not like settling for a long period of time. But then we also think that her room growing up in our first house was haunted. Let's not get into that. Anyway, Pourchaire. Oh, we've got a mechanical fault, Leclerc. Pourchaire is ahead of Gasly, but still 14th. Hulkenberg's just disappeared up the road. Let's go neutral. Jesus Christ. I'm really sorry about the quality of the, like, I don't know what's happened to the frame rate of this bloody game now.
Just do your best, please.
Is it just the PS2? PS4, it's running like a PS2. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we have a problem straight away.
Signs may have a problem.
The engine's overheating. I thought the weather wasn't supposed to be this bad. Oh, we are not in a good place already.
Great job, mate. Car ahead is Sergeant. Gap
We're
ahead.
not going to be doing much pushing on that engine, are we, really? This is going to be rough as hell. God, it is F1. It is F1 World Grand Prix levels of frame rate. The PS1 version of that game is horrific, isn't it? One of the most confusing experiences I've ever had. They put so much effort into the menus of that game. And you get out on track and it just looks horrible. Okay. Poor Chair trying to get back at Gasly at the moment. There's not much I can do, really. Because Conserve doesn't even bring the temperature down. I know what you mean, Helium Trophy. I just retire the car, but we've got to keep an eye on it. He's making a move past Gasly around the outside, I think. Almost 3 wide there. We snap across the nose.
Nice work. URP 19.
That was a good move.
Magnus in the car ahead.
How are we on ERS? Balanced. In the meantime, Ivasa is saving lots of time. He's not going anywhere particularly fast, but... Okay. The important thing is Ivasa's target is 20, Pourchair's is 18th, if I remember rightly. So they're where they need to be at the moment. It's our first season. We've got Renault engines. We have to deal with it. Oh, Gasly coming straight back at us, though. It's trading places with Gasly at the moment.
We need to keep going to give ourselves options. Bottas' car behind.
So it's holding it around 118, 119 at the moment. PS1 version is a guilty pleasure of mine. I feel like that the more worn your tyres got, the more they wobbled on the rims until the inevitable puncture. There's some really nice details in the game. It's just the fact that when you, you know, when you race other cars on track, the AI is so bad. And then, yeah, the frame rate's just all over the place. When you're lapping the track by yourself and you get adjusted to the handling, you can have fun, like doing like single lapping the track on that game. It's like the console is throttling to advertising your PS4 Pro. This is a PS4 Pro. So it's not worked. It's not good, is it? We're watching the rarest F1 game on a potato station. F1 Manager it is. It's. I don't know what's happened. It's never been like this before. We've got a yellow flag for a mechanical fault for Bottas. This replay will give us lots of detail, I'm sure.
On the corner exits, I felt a bit of lag on the power.
Thank you, Valtteri.
Now it looks to be Lewis Hamilton involved.
Oh, and we've got a crash. Multiple cars. I tried to click on that twice.
Here we are, we're looking at turn 11.
Okay.
Cutting it so close.
To me, the use of the word multiple should...
Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Yes, a very realistic F1... very realistic F1 accident there. Also, I think they should reserve the use of the word multiple for accidents with more than just 2 cars. They're really having to... Oh, Stroll has been given a penalty. For what? Caused the collision. Okay. Oh, it was Stroll and Hamilton. Okay. Jesus. The temperature keeps going up. Do I just conserve even more for Teo? It's going to absolutely wreck his afternoon. Let's see if it just helps him a little bit with the temperatures.
Focus forward. Magnus is behind now.
He's got good confidence, but he just doesn't have the facilities, big man, this weekend. It's rough. Lots of people, as you can see, with mechanical issues up the side here. Jesus Christ. This is, the stupid thing is, my whole logic for buying it on the PS4 is because I knew my PC wouldn't run it and would look something like this. And here we are. Jose, no, technically you're right. 2 cars is multiple cars, but to me, you could just say a crash with, I don't know, multiple makes me think of more. Driving clear air option. Yes, that's a good shout. To be fair, his driver confidence is peak at the moment. What? I don't think I've ever seen him with peak driver confidence, and he's 14th. Just like... I mean, to be fair, he is kind of driving in clear air already. I say that, he's just been overtaken by Valtteri Bottas. Excellent. Jesus Christ. Let's get him deploying. Let's get you deploying. Might as well do something, I suppose, guys. Just see what you can do. Although, poor Chair, even just on, like... Because his engine's dying, and his gearbox isn't the best, he's probably riding the battery a lot more than Ayumu is. It was exactly what we saw the other way round in China. We've got Sainz in the pits already. When are we due our first stop? Not until like lap 19. Okay. Oh. Well, that has at least brought the temperature down. Let's get him pushing again.
No saving required.
Obviously, he's going to have Sainz coming back at him, which is fine.
Sainz DRS behind.
In the meantime, we've got...
Copy, copy.
So you can just let Sainz go, really.
He does have DRS.
Ivasa is doing okay keeping Albon behind at the moment. Makes it much more difficult to keep up. So where are we on? Okay, fine. Soon for a pit stop for Iwasa. I read that in Crofty's voice scream like as fair.
How are the tires?
Oh yeah, the side pod. Honestly, if we could make money off the side pods alone, we'd be fine. But otherwise, we are a bit stuffed. Magnussen through. And yeah, the engine cooled down, but it's heated up again very, very quickly indeed. It's rough stuff. I did wonder if it was the mouse causing it. I don't know. It's very strange. slightly distracting. I'm going to wait for the optimal window for Iwasa. Battery's drained, of course it is, because I've been pushing for frickin' ages.
Recharge on.
In the meantime, he's trying to make a move on Gasly and goes for it. Oof. And does. But then has zero power coming out of the corner and loses it immediately. Bloody hell.
He has DRS.
This is rough stuff. And Amasa going backwards again. Okay.
Just do your best, please. Sergeant behind.
In the meantime, we'll not deploy, I want it on neutral.
Behind.
See if we can keep Teo with Magnussen. He's lost DRS though, he's got Bottas all over him. We're getting this warning again. We're nearly there on the pit window for him. Well, at least we've got a fun track to race around, guys.
We are
Yeah, someone from Alpine's just come down and just been like, excuse me. Would you like to have power in your car? Right, we're not at the optimal stop just yet. So we will stop when it is optimal.
We're ready in pit lane.
Okay, that's fine, but the window is open. It is not optimal, that's okay. Poor Chair is at least battling with Bottas for now. And he's got the temperature down. He might just have to run conserve for the rest of the race. There's bloody... Look, it's worth it. You know, I think we're going to run into problems later in the season with Iwasa with this gearbox, or with a gearbox, having gone like essentially 2 races early with it. He's done a much better job of looking after his engine. But I suppose he has, because he's not been performing as well as his teammate, so... And that's slightly harsh, but... that's how it is. He's at least having a go. And that's actually a pretty good move from Iwasa to get past Esteban Ocon.
So behind you, Gasly.
I'm going to be up to the optimal pit window very soon. Bottas has now got technical problems. Yeah, and Iwasa also did put it in the wall as well. So he got to save his engine for all the laps he didn't complete. Yeah, what is interesting is I think there's a lot of varied strategies going on as well. So our net position is all over the place at the moment. Yes, it is the optimal lap for Teo Porcher. We go on to the medium. And we confirm.
Box this lap.
And our next issue, arises. Let's see if our new pit training strategy of having the day off more has helped them. Not going to look at the Hulkenberg pit stop issue because that could be us in a moment. Right, let's spool round to pit stop number 1 for Iwasa. Bigger mechanical fault for Sainz. We might pick up a few places just from other people having problems as well if we can survive. Right, here he comes. Hold on. Hold on to your French baguettes, everyone. Let's see what Iwasa can do. 2.7. That's what we needed. That's what we got. We've come back out ahead of Ocon. There is a yellow flag in Sector 2. Multiple cars. What's the definition of multiple? It's definitely more than one, but is it more than two? It's Perez and a Larrousse. Same spot. Oh, there's going to be words there. I think that was Ricardo as well, if I saw that correctly. Helmet's about to go and say something racist now. Look at what you've done. Yeah, it seems like practicing the errors / having a day off is really what helped them. Solid stuff. So Vassar out in 20th, but like I say, it's hard to kind of see what everyone's strategies are doing at the moment. Ricardo and Perez is investigated, no penalties given. Sure, I guess. Right, we must be coming round to the optimum lap for poor Chair. He's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. He's going to gain a couple of places. Verstappen with a mechanical fault. It's all going to happen this weekend for people. And there we go. That's what I was expecting. Why are we putting on a scrubbed set? There's just literally... We're not using the soft tyre again. Why not can we just use that one? Take every little advantage we can bloody get.
Boxing this lap. Box.
In the meantime, if Vassar is being overtaken... I mean, nothing to see there, really. It's kind of this par for the course. He might come back at him. DRS after DRS zone.
He's 3.7 seconds back.
And into turn 1. So I suppose that's good. Got to keep himself entertained. He needs that 20th spot for his target, so that's important for him. Poor Chair, where's he going to filter back out? How are we going to do on this stop? Let's see. I am not in a mentally stable enough place for F1 2000 100% race attempt. At one point, it has to be done for the chaos. It ain't just yet. One day. 2.8, good. Okay, we seem to have gotten on top of what the issue is with pit stops a bit more, so that's something. So we've got to focus on the positives. At least we're working something out in this bloody game. Good bit of fuel saving there. While the temperatures are down, I'm going to say you can go balanced again. He's got Gasly right behind him. He's going to have some issues straight away by the looks of this. Gasly's surely going to make this move, but if he can stay with him, there'll be another DRS zone very shortly. So he might be able to come back into it. God, he's going to surely not go side by side through this bit. God, they are. You'd never see them. Not a chance. That was going to stay side by side all the way down that bit. Absolute madness. Yeah, sadly, 99. So we have to acknowledge the existence of 98 because I've reached it. Which is unfortunate. I don't know. There's elements of 2001 that might be more annoying than 98. The handling may be better, but those yellow flags and penalties are just another level of nonsense in that game. Yeah, this is going to be the pattern for poor Chair, I think, at the moment. In the meantime, it's Alpine versus Larrousse V2. As Ivas is now fighting Ocon. Both the French teams fighting each other to make sure they can hit their targets. Certainly not the finest moment for the French teams on the grid. But this is it, Helium Trophy. Like 18th is Porcher's target. We get some money for that, which we have established we desperately fucking need. So yeah, if he starts to fall backwards from there, and he's not going to hit target, you're right. Let's just retire. Because Iwasa is slightly better on his ERS, though, this is a good opportunity to just get ahead and maybe try and stay ahead of Ocon. So as other people come in for stops, we're going to go up the order a little bit as well. Ivasa is, by the looks of it... Is he bringing the gap down? He's a little bit. Let's get back to top up, though, because that'll soon change things. He has been able to put a gap on Ocon, which is good. So that's something. Ocon has a fault. Albon's just set the fastest lap of the race. Okay, I guess. %100% race distance in F1 Championship Edition. I like Championship Edition. And I think the odd like quirks of Championship Edition are much less of a problem than other games. I think the only real issue is like the AI can be a little bit overly aggressive, and then you've got like the curb auto spin stuff. And I don't know this. I'm only seeing this via other people, but apparently in wet weather as well, they are insane. The AI are just ridiculous. You keep saying this thing's too good for this channel, KD. You do keep watching. I just want to make you aware of that. You are still watching.
Tires are looking good.
So obviously not too good for you. Let's consider that. Anyway, speaking of shite, Yumu Ivasa is staying ahead of Esteban Ocon.
Esteban behind 1.0. He does not have DRS.
He's coming back. Ocon's got an issue. Oh, is the damage brutal? Okay. Fair enough. Did try and play it with a wheel the other week. Had much more fun on the controller, I must admit. Okay, tire temp, engine temp, sorry, a backup for poor Chair, so let's get him conserving again. We do want to try and keep him there to the end. We could still hit target. It would be really underwhelming, but it's kind of the sort of stuff we just have to do. To be fair, he's saving his tyres really well. Could we like just give him a little bit of aggressive push on tyre? And that can counteract our conserving there. That might be okay. Okay. Let's spool forward a little bit more. Teo's middle stint is obviously a lot shorter than Yumu's. You see lots of people up and down the grid with issues. Ocon has gotten past Ivasa. Ivasa has already gotten back past Ocon. Albon, after like streaming past us to get the fastest lap, hasn't disappeared up off the road either, though, and he's being held to like 2 seconds by poor Chair. Keep an eye to make sure we don't send that below the line. He's doing all right, to be honest. This actually might be the mode of attack for things. Let's get him deploying. This isn't so bad. That's where it needs to be. I'm going to do a little bit of conserving just because he's not really building up his, like, regaining the fuel we took out. Yeah, it's the fact that they're CAC that makes me lose my mind. This isn't so bad. I know where we're at. In terms of our level, we just need to kind of work up slowly. This is it. Yeah, we need to use that ERS when we can. Although that's not really shut the gap to the cars ahead this time, and he's basically run out of it. So let's top up again. We have got at least a bit of a gap now back to Gasly. Ivasa in 19th.
Get ready.
Copy, copy.
Okay, we're nearly on the end of this soft stint, which has gone okay. We're going to move back on to balanced for now.
Cancel lift and coast.
Copy, copy.
Let's adjust things here.
Manage more.
Copy.
Let's have a good second pit stop. Got a couple of laps for it yet, that's okay. I'm going to have Ivasa try and shut that gap to Gasly a little bit if he can by using the ERS. And immediately that has worked. He's quite close already. Let's go and have a look.
How's the tyre feeling?
He's going to have DRS. He might not even need DRS. He's alongside. Good, good, good. And the fact is, if Vasa's going to finish on the soft tyre, he might be able to overhaul his teammate in the last stint. We'll have to see how close he is on the road. Championship Edition has the most brutal damage. Started the race with Midland in Monza, and it was a futile adventure. Well, there's another track with them in that game, then, that's probably going to be less than fun to drive around. If damage is that brutal. Okay. Fine, let's just build up the pack a bit. He's done an alright job there in getting past and causing issues. He's saved a bit of fuel, so let's get him back on the push for now.
You can reduce lift and coast if desired.
It's a shame we can't use all the fuel we've saved with Teo, because it just overheats the engine immediately. But that is where we're at right now. Both of our guys just kind of running around. Gasly is starting to shut the gap again. Now we're not using ERS, because that's just how it bloody works. Teo's second stop incoming.
Copy, box, box.
Interesting that 2008 was another season where I didn't have an official F1 game. Well, it's weird. I always remember that gap because obviously I was spoiled of having an F1 game every year from essentially... I know we missed 1996, but the game for the 95 season came out in 96. So from 96 onwards on the PlayStation, you had a game every year covering all those seasons, 95, 97, then one every year. In a lot of cases, multiple games covering the same season on the PlayStation as well. We've mentioned F1 World Grand Prix as one of them. There was F1 Racing Simulation, which did 99. So yeah, there's loads of games. Then obviously EA had some games alongside the Prime lineage, if you'd call it that. And then yeah, obviously we got to 2007. Wasn't a game for 2008. Was one for the Wii for 2009. But that gap, it was only 3 seasons. Felt like an eternity without an F1 game. And I remember when Championship Edition came out, and it was just like, oh, it's just F106 again. At the time, I did not bother with it, because I'm like, I want to play as this new driver called Lewis Hamilton. I'm not. Why? I've got 2006. Why have you not updated it? But yeah. Not to snub at F1 Challenge, because, you know, F106 was a good game. It's just that with better graphics. It's fun. So, just gutted we missed out on those seasons. Indeed, Jose, the F1 2000 and Championship season, it's a 2.9 second stop. That tells you something about how much more confidence I've got. I wasn't even watching with bated breath then. I knew they were going to do it. It's a slightly slower stop, but at least they've done it. I know why they released it for the season just gone, but they liked that 1 year gap the original game had, because each race having the driver line it was meant to have. That is one of the positives. I do appreciate the level of detail of the driver swaps it went into to kind of recreating the season. So that is cool. I do like that as well. Right, we're gonna... Yeah, we'll keep you pushing on that for now. That's okay. What is this saying? It is just the general warning at this moment in time. But the car is not overheating for now. So Porsche can keep going. He's out in 20th. There'll be other people on stops. He's on these tyres to the end of the race. Basser's got a little while before his final stop. He has at least managed to put a little gap on Gasly. Even with topping up the pack, though, he's taking a while. He's basically relying on mostly those final 2 turns. Okay. Yeah, I wish they'd done 96 as well. Like I say, that's the year I first really got into watching Formula 1. So yeah, I wish there was a season for it. I do. I'd have to get a pole position 64 for the Nintendo 64 to try that one out. I am Golowski. I am. I know. I've come to accept it. Okay, so Porsche is seemingly getting closer to Bottas, which is good. While Avas is on his own, I might just do a little bit of conserving and help. Just make sure he's not scrimping for fuel at the end. In the meantime, it might be almost time to consider moving on to conserve for Porsche. Not for fuel, but unfortunately for, yeah, just to make sure his engine doesn't overheat. I'm used to my kids telling me I'm old, so I just accept it now. It's fine. Oh yeah, Screamlight, that's a PC only one, isn't it? That's Racing Simulation, which was the technical of, like, because obviously we played Monaco Grand Prix Racing Simulation 2 on the channel last year, and the original of that is Racing Simulation, which was licensed. Yes, yeah, that's the one, Screamlight, yeah. Yeah, would like to give that a go, to be honest. Obviously, coming out around the same time as Grand Prix 2, pretty tough competition, but it would be nice to give it a try. Pourchaire is closing the gap on Ivasa, which is interesting. I think it's just the case that old mediums versus new mediums is helping. And I've got Ivasa on fuel save. What I'm going to do is, tactically, let's not impede. Let's let them through. Excellent. And Pourchaire can continue on his merry way. It might all come back around later in the race. That's the one, Jose. Yeah, Racing Simulation 2, Monaco 2 Grand Prix, Racing 2 Simulation, Monaco. 2 Racing, 2 Monaco Simulation. Known in some regions as not that as well, just to throw that in. Slowly bringing the temperatures down. I wonder if we'll be able to push on tyres again if he ends up conserving. Bigger mechanical fault now for Max Verstappen. He might have some trouble. Not that it's going to kind of lead in anything like massively exciting for us. We are just hoping to hit targets. That's all we want at this point. And Verstappen is out. It's our first retirement of the day. Despite all the multiple car pileups we've had, it's the first retirement of the day. Let's just spool it forward so we can get to the pit window, the optimum lap, I should say, as Pourchaire gets past Bottas. Good. And now it's optimum lap time for Mr. Yumu Vasa.
So we're boxing this lap.
And here we... Oh, there it is. Mechanical fault for Théo Pourchaire. Temperature increase examined after the session. We've been trying to keep the temperatures low, and in fact, for now, it's fine. He just needs to nurse it home. He's 15th at the moment, which is not so bad. It just depends how quickly people who are stopping later are going to come charging back at him. So he just needs to run his own race as calmly as possible. He does have Bottas on him. What's Bottas's tyre situation? So he's on hards to the end of the race. So he's on the slower tyre, but he's likely going to have... Obviously, they're going to wear less. He's probably going to get us eventually, but if that's all we end up losing, that'll be fine by me. Ivasa is in the pit lane. Let's go. I'm starting to think Larrousse is not the brilliant car I thought it was. Just to be clear, I was never under that illusion. I won't lie.
Keep going.
Bloody hell.
Watch out.
It's a hell of a trip to make, Michael. That's incredible.
Ahead is Joe. 1.3.
Right, so the good news is Ivasa is out comfortably ahead of Ocon, and as long as he can get the car home... Oh, excuse me. We don't want him to pit again, though. That won't do it. He will make it home and target. That's good. Doesn't need to do any fuel saving. He's obviously finishing on the soft tyre. He's only 2 seconds away from Guan Yu Zhou. Or Zhou Guan Yu. Should be Zhou Guan Yu, shouldn't it? It's written both. It's referred to There's both ways, I'm sure, in this game. Anyway, I apologise. We should be able to get him. So that's something. And actually, we can get him on deploy and really shut that gap.
Overtake is available.
In the meantime, Porcher is losing Bottas, but that's fine. As long as he doesn't get reeled in by Logan Sargent, that would be okay.
Car ahead, Bottas.
So let's see how we're going.
Focus on our race now.
He's still with Bottas. He might be able to fight back. And indeed, Norris is staying true to real life. He's holding it out at the front. Which is worse, this Larrousse or the HRT F1? We've made a Q3. I don't think the HRT ever made Q3, right? In the meantime, Porcher passed Bottas. And Ivasa, let's cut to him. He's got Zhou there. There's people ahead stopping, which means we might get some track position on other on a couple more cars. But obviously, they're going to be coming back at us with soft tyres. So how quickly can those Hasses catch us? They're double stacking as well, which is interesting. They're way too close to double stack. Magnussen's just going to have to sit there for ages. Guys, I may not be the worst team boss on the grid. That was a very silly decision. So, Porcher's up to 13th, but we'll see how quickly those Hasses are. Hulkenberg pit stop issue. Yeah, the issue was there was another fucking car there. Dumbass. Right, in the meantime, Ivasa hasn't made that move yet. Oh, he did, actually, and Joe's got him straight back. Mike Bassett Q1. Yeah, maybe. That should be some good branding for us that we can help get some money for the team. It's important.
Joe is the car ahead. Gap to Joe's
Okay. Oh, in the meantime, we go back to Porcher and Bottas side by side through this chicane. Something you would absolutely, definitely see in the real Grand Prix of Miami. He's not allowing me. I can't really push too much harder on his tyres at this point. I can probably deploy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. I don't know why I'm doing this. He's literally just going to take us straight back over the start-finish straight. Here we go. He's not even got the move done. Oh, he has. ERS helping us. This Bottas isn't going to send it. Okay, he's ahead. We'll keep the ERS on for now and see what gap he can build. Ivasa, in the meantime, it's double Larrousse versus Sauber, because I rather refer to them by that name than any other.
URP 19. Magnussen the car ahead.
Come on, you've got the fresher tyres, dude. Hang on, what have we got you set on here? Be a bit more aggressive and get the job done, please. Although, say that, we just have to get out of the way of an... Oh, bloody hell, both the RBs. 5th and 6th.
The car behind.
We have to just pull out of the way, but he's going to get right on the back of him now. ERS is already on deploy. If we can't do it with ERS on deploy, that's our secret weapon. Okay, nice move. He's not going to... They're going to go side by side again. Just can't seem to get the bloody thing done. Come on, dude. A little bit of contact there, and we're about to run out of ERS at the worst possible time. In the meantime, an extra 4 kgs of fuel because of obviously the situation with having to conserve energy.
Reduce the lift and coast.
It's rough stuff. but he's 13th. So despite all this, we're in 13th. That's quite incredible. We have 8 laps to go. The Haas's could still charge us down, but he's at least put a gap on to
Esteban, the car behind.
Bottas. Hang on. Game audio fell out my ear. That's not good. Yeah, battling the undercooked steaks. What has our life come to, eh? That's it, Howard. We've got a Sauber ahead, and that's all we'll be referring to it as. Thank you. Still having to duel. And again, though, having to dive out the way of an Aston. Was that Stroll or Alonso? Probably Alonso.
Well managed on the tires.
And then Russell. So that's cost us a fair bit of time, but obviously Bottas will have to do the same. Our battle getting slightly disrupted.
Recharge on.
Yeah, Hulkenberg is coming very quickly. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. There's not much we can do about it, really. Back into temperature issues again. Hasn't got any room to kind of push on the tyres either. Vas has now been able to get past Zhou and almost use the back markers to his advantage. I'm probably not going to do the next race as well, no, I'll be honest with you, because I'm bloody knackered. I do need to work on spooling through the races a bit quicker than this, so hopefully I could eventually get it to the point where we do 2 in one stream. But because it's been a sprint race weekend, probably not tonight. God, that's nearly 3 hours, that's flown by. But immediately we have problems because we need to conserve.
Save fuel.
And the queue is building. So we might lose a couple of places here. Sargent's closing, Magnussen is closing. We're on always defend.
P13.
And immediately he has not defended. No, he has. Fair play, but he's going to have to do it again into turn 1. Both of them on DRS. This is going to be really difficult. Oh, no one really kind of has a go. Sonoda with a mechanical fault up ahead. It's not going to affect us really at this point. Just struggling.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Ivasa is now in no man's land, so hopefully he can hit 19th and that's target. Pourchaire is 18th for target, so he's still alright. Even if this run of cars behind him, which would knock him all the way down to 18th, overtake him. But let's see if we can just hang on to some of these places.
How are the tyres?
There's one, and Bottas might be going now. Then obviously we've got the softs on the Haas's behind us.
There's a long way to go. Hold.
There's a long way to go. There isn't. There are 4 laps to go. Less than. Deary me. Next race after this would be... I think it's Imola. I think it's Emilia-Romagna. As it is now known. Yeah, to be fair, I wrote this down in preparation for coming into the race, but in real life, or say in Larrousse's previous life, their best result in America was 1991 at Phoenix. Aguri Suzuki finishing 6th and picking up 1 point. The last time that Phoenix was used in Formula 1 as well. So yeah, we're not getting anywhere near that this afternoon. To be honest, we might be able to hang on to 16th. I think we're going to really struggle to keep the Haas behind us. I'll put you on Emu on neutral, and you can just run nicely to the end. In the meantime, I think this is going to be a formality pretty much. I'm glad he's fighting it. I want him to fight it ultimately. Do his best, but oh, good lord. Yeah, he's going to have us there. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing the next one tonight, Box. But it will be, Imola. I agree with that as well, some dude. I don't remember much about the Detroit one, but I do remember quite liking Phoenix. But I think Detroit had its moments in the handful of years that it was in F1. Certainly better than Dallas. Dallas was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? Alright. So let's have a look at the gaps. Big style. So Ivasa is comfortable. So there's Pourchaire to Sargent. He should be okay to get us to the end now, I think. So Norris about to start the final lap. And there comes Pourchaire across the line. So the gap is still hovering around 2 seconds. We should be okay. I'm glad Pourchaire's been able to make it to the end and at least hit target. Ivasa one above his target as well. This is good. Well, it's good. It's good in the context of the team. I wouldn't say it's generally good. Yeah, the current Detroit is not great, is it? That's not fun. Is Detroit the one, the new Detroit, the one that replaced Belle Isle Park, which was actually quite good? If I'm thinking of the right one. Yeah, Belle Isle Park was really, really fun from the races I saw, and then they've moved to this new one, which, yeah, that doesn't look great. So yes, we do indeed get a real-life recreation from Lando Norris, winning from Perez and Piastri. It's a double McLaren podium. In the meantime, Pourchaire has still managed to do a really good job and stick within a second of Bottas. Not quite able to get to him. Stays 16th, manages the tyre and temperature issues really well. So it's solid. He's done what he needed to do. In the meantime, Ivasa will come home very comfortably in 19th. Ocon out, Verstappen out. Track didn't suit us. I mean, again, like I say, apparently nothing really suits our car because it's generally terrible. But this one especially didn't. Also, it's total shite. So there you go. We've survived Miami, and they made us work to get through it. Bloody hell. Oh, I've earned a trophy for, I imagine, just getting through with an engine warning.
Always there will be lots to talk about after that race, including the performance from the driver currently on our screens.
Yeah, everyone's going to be talking about Teo's driver of the day, Teo, for that. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good. He's managed the car home, but we've, you know, no one would care.
That's their second win so at home on
So let's see what that does to standings and things. Let's have a little look. So, Lando Norris wins after gaining 3 places. Piastri up 9 places. Great work from him. Incredible stuff. Yuki Tsunoda in 4th. Alonso 6th. Ricciardo 7th. The Mercedes can only manage 8th and 9th. Lance Stroll picking up a point. Alexander Albon, he was on a charge. 11 places up. Finishes just outside the points. In the meantime, down 2 for Teo. Down 1 for Yumu, but at least they've hit target. That's fine. We can refresh the parts in both of those cars now for next time, so that's good. Verstappen leads, but only by 8 points from Charles Leclerc. Norris in the fight now as well, ahead of Piastri and Perez, rounding out the top 5. We lose a spot to Alexander Albon. It's all kind of on positions and finishing at the moment. But yeah, we've got 15th and 20th for our drivers in the Constructors. Red Bull lead by 5 points. That's going to be, again, similarly real-life close fight like it was for the Constructors. Perez is seemingly making it a lot closer, at least, than he did in real life. So that could be interesting. Ferrari not out of it either. In the meantime, we drop 1. Again, virtue of Albon's result. So we are 9th, but yet to get points, as do Haas, Williams, Kick Sauber, and Alpine. In terms of pit stops, we don't get in the top 10 today. We're comfortably outside of the top 10. But like I said, you know, I'm glad we're on the board in the fastest pit stop competition, and I'm glad that at least they were all just uniformly fine again. We need to keep the errors down, and then we can work on reducing the pit stop speed. I think that's important. Race targets hit. Thank you for the money. It is quite important, as I've now realised that we've not budgeted very well at all. So that's slightly rough. Let's see where we're at with post-race. Oh, Pat Fry has improved his performance rating because he's able to send an insane amount of pointless emails. Well done, Pat. Good work. It is going to be Emilia-Romagna next. Let's just have a check at the inbox. Oh, it's a double header, so we'll be going pretty much straight into the next one, which will be a 1-stop. Yay. I mean, I should be happy because it's less pressure on the pit crew, but fucking 1-stop races, man. Not the most exciting, are they? Oh, we've got some stuff to replace. Okay, powertrain immediately. New engine in for Teo Pourchaire. The new gearbox in for Teo Pourchaire. Hopefully, with all these replacements, this could do him. Hang on. I can't change design. Yeah, fine. I can't remember what I've made. Okay, all these should pass muster for now. In the meantime, we're all okay. Rivasa, apart from the engine, which he can move to the second engine on schedule. Obviously, the thing we're going to have to look out for later on is that second gearbox, which is going to be a problem. Okay. Car performance is going backwards, though, at the minute, which isn't good. But that is the point of, hopefully, a new chassis coming. And we are manufacturing, obviously, spare underfloor and side pods as well. Researching those things for next year. I think one of the things I'm definitely going to have to look at is I'm going to need to keep an eye out on contracts and stuff. I'm not particularly bothered about like replacing any of my staff just yet. But it's just another thing to keep an eye on. How are we doing on the board confidence? That seems fair. Disappointed with all but one race. Okay, and that was the race we got Q3. We've not done any scouting yet, Martins. It's rough. In terms of objectives, they're satisfied with everything else. And look, no debt. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. I feel like there are fires brewing. I feel like things are okay for now. But I might have to remedy some stuff to avoid some catastrophe. Fortunately, though, we're okay for now. It's not a double header. Imola is in 11 days, so that will be next on the calendar. In fact, that's where we're at. So we've got Imola, and then it's a double header to Monaco as well. That is our new chassis design, which we can start manufacturing. And then we've got a spare underfloor. We've got our spare bits coming here. New sponsor plan coming up to do as well. So we've got a lot to consider ahead of the next race. We got through Miami, though. Jesus Christ. That was rough. We got there, though. We at least hit target and brought some money in from both drivers into the team. And yeah, we've got to get on top of our finances. We've got to make sure we nail this next sponsor plan so we can bring in as much money as possible. And then I suppose we're waiting on this new chassis, and we'll see how much of an effect it has. But like I say, I'm putting a few of my eggs in the basket for next season with those two research projects. Just have to make sure we get to next season, though. That would be cool. F1 Games PlayStation. Hello, good evening. Some dude that likes wrestling. Look, plasma is naturally occurring. We can grow it. It's fine. It's all good. Well, we're going to leave it there. I am absolutely shot. I definitely have not got the energy for Imola. But, like I say, I'm hoping that if I kind of spool through them quickly and they're not sprint races, we'll be able to do a couple of races in one stream. But thank you for joining me on the first stream of F1 Manager. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this format, and if you liked the series before, you continue to enjoy it. Video coming hopefully tomorrow. A video for in the week next week, but no stream. And then probably a stream the week after that, which will be back in Gran Turismo 3, which will be lots of fun. And then, if anyone cares about the World Monoposto Sim Racing Championship, commentating on that with Robin on Sunday. It's gone completely out of my brain about where the race is. Montreal, Canada. Light rain expected. That should be interesting. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your evening and a good weekend. And yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys.